Bitcoin currently rejecting from some majorly key levels, and we might get one more sweep towards the downside. But in today's show, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why this is actually a major opportunity. And on top of that, I'm going to give you the top 10 coins that I'm currently looking at. I spent the last couple of hours tirelessly looking through the entire list of coins in the altcoin sector, and I found 10 that look primed to move. So stay tuned till the end of the show. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel. And let's have a look over here, starting off with Banter Bubbles, or at least on the daily time frame. Some coins are pulling back, but then you have some outliers like Mantra, which has been one of the coins that we've been looking at for quite a long period of time. We have Near over here as well, also up. 𝗕𝗬𝗕𝗥 also up, 𝗕𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗍 up, 𝗕𝗥 up. But if you look at the hourly, most of the coins are starting to bounce over here, but it is major resistance based on yesterday's close. So we'll go over that and a whole lot more. Again, guys, smash the like button. It really helps to get the show content out there. I understand that, during these times in the lulls of the market, it is difficult to stick around, but this is the best time to stay around. We'll always start with a little bit of wisdom. So some wisdom over here for you. I love the face of this frog over here. Price bounces 2%. Everybody, alt season incoming, bros. Can't believe you didn't buy the dip. Imagine being a filthy bear. Run it back, turbo. The bottom is in, right? And then you have over here, price goes down 2%. Just survive, guys. There's no point trying to be a hero. Pick your battles wisely and just wait for better days. Come on.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Okay, guys, anyway, let's get back to business over here. So yesterday, of course, we did have the CPI inflation data coming in much better than was expected. We spoke about the tweets that were coming out that the CPI data had been leaked and consequently the market was going to bounce. But obviously, shortly following that, the market rejected. Surprise, surprise. Well, you're coming into major resistance, and we spoke about that and how key that level was to take out. So currently, your headline inflation is coming down year-on-year percentage change. You can see in the red, it is dropping pretty significantly, which is a good sign. It means it opens up the possibility for them to cut rates. When they cut rates, people are more likely to spend, and it's less stressful for the economy as a whole, right? So with that in mind, that could lead to rotation, right? As Chris Boniski says over here, rotation will happen if rates are going to roll over. As inflation is falling like a rock, it would imply then that long duration, high risk assets will get repriced, and that would be to the upside, right? As opposed to the state of consolidated semi-fear we've been in. It applies to crypto too. So looking for repricing following this rollover in inflation. Now, of course, that was the most important CPI inflation read that we've ever had until the next one. So wait until the next one comes out. Point being over here, this is one sign that in the longer term, things will start to re-rate towards the upside, and we'll be looking for high prices. And the thesis is still that we are in a macro bull market, but this is just a macro high or low in the making on these pullbacks, right? So a lot that we need to have a look at today in terms of how you can time it. I also looked at the Google search terms from 2013, because I think that's when, the early adopters started to come into Bitcoin. And usually what people do when they first come into Bitcoin, they don't know about TradingView and all these various different indicators, or even CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, where they can view the price data. They simply put in Google search, which would see what the Bitcoin price is, and they would type in things like Bitcoin price to see what is the price of Bitcoin today. And if you look at the Google trends from 2013 to now, you can see that, of course, 2017 was very, very parabolic. Even the 2021 bull run, we didn't get quite as high. And now we have this peak over here. Ultimately, lower highs but higher lows overall in terms of the interest worldwide in terms of the search term. And I would at least expect that, for a cycle top to occur, that will probably peak again over that 75 level, which means that you can see it's still very, very much early days in terms of the interest of where Bitcoin is at. What you can do is you can also have a look over here at the what 𝗓 shows over here. He's having a look at the hodlers over time. So smart money, which is going to be the red line over there, when it's below the realized price, which is going to be this blue graph that's running up. Generally speaking, that presents major opportunities, again, showing you that, macro high lows in the making and looking for continuation higher. For more on that, if you want to go into yesterday's video, then I showcased the relationship between price and the halving cycle, as well as price and the pi cycle top indicator determined by the 111 and 350 MA, and how price has to overextend well beyond those moving averages to converge them into one another, creating a bullish cross. And that bullish cross actually marks the tops, right? Not only that, but when you have these periods of extreme fear within the market, which is what we're currently seeing, right? We're not in extreme fear, but we are in fear when it comes to the current market cycle. Then when you have that fear in a macro bull market, it is an opportunity. We can also have a look at the relationship between Bitcoin price and the DXY, and we're looking for something similar to this to play out what occurred on the DXY. Again, that being the dollar index from 2015 leading into 2017, it began to distribute, right? And when you broke down in 2017, then ultimately this led to the parabolic advancement of price, leading into that ultimate blow off top that occurred. Now, we're viewing something very similar over here. And yesterday, well, you did get a little bit of a pullback on the DXY. It's not enough for that macro picture shift, right? Which would look like this, where the red starts to break down pretty aggressively and leads into those bull markets. In order for that to occur, well, we would need to see the DXY breaking below the gray box territory, which we are yet to see, but we're getting small signs, right? Small signs. The only thing is that yesterday, even with the DXY coming down and the CPI being better than expected, you can see over here the Nasdaq 100 had its biggest one-day drop since October. In October is where we printed the major lows in the stock market. We're actively buying on this channel. Now, I outlined earlier on this week, the show was from 3 days ago over here, the potential for a major top in the stock market, that being the S&P 500 on the top left, as per the TD sequential 9 count over there. And the same thing is happening on the QQQ, that being the Nasdaq. And here you can see it. Now, if we look at the real-time chart, well, it is starting to get a pullback with, of course, QQQ, that being Nasdaq, the first to pull back. Now, this would signify a 1 to 4 candle correction, right? So you may only go down for 1 to 4 weeks, or you may even consolidate sideways for 1 to 4 weeks. Now, it depends on which one it does with regards to what we'll do next in crypto, but there is definitely a noticeable change over here, where some of that risk is moving into the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is playing catch up. The Dow Jones was situated all the way down here. As you can see, when the Nasdaq was ripping up, the Dow Jones was coming down, and now you're getting a noticeable shift into the Dow Jones. So if you look over here at Unipix, he also says, why is the SPX and Nasdaq down after a very good CPI print? Well, if you study the Russell 2000 index, which I just showed you over there, it significantly underperformed a lagging stock market in the sense of the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, just like crypto did, but now it's catching a bit, right? So there's been a lot of decorrelation between all these various different assets. One of which is, of course, our very own Bitcoin, and then the S&P 500 on the top white line over here. Look at the correlation that it's had throughout 2023, and look at how massively it's decorrelating right now. So there must be some sort of snap back to normality. There must be a mean reversion over here. And the question is, how does that mean reversion take place? Now, it can occur in many different ways, right? One, you could see the S&P 500 come down aggressively and unfortunately crypto go down more. Or number two, you could have the S&P 500 just consolidate and crypto play catch up. Or number three, you could have both doing something like this, which would mean that crypto would catch a bit, similar to what we're seeing now with the Dow Jones going towards the upside, but the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 slowly starting to show signs of pullback. So a lot of moving parts, a lot that we need to focus on. And as mentioned in today's show, I'm going to give you the top 10 coins that I found. My suggestion is trade the chart that's in front of you, right? Trade the chart that you're trading. Don't look at too many different moving parts and correlated factors. It's just an interesting thing, for a show like this, just to show you how everything works together. But in reality, when it comes to your actual day-to-day trading, I definitely want you guys to focus on purely just pulling the trigger on the chart that you're actually looking at, right? I know that the longer term traders and investors enjoy this kind of stuff, so I always put it into the show, but your day-to-day traders just trade the chart in front of you. If you believe you're a great day-to-day trader, we've been receiving a lot of feedback on the BitFunded account, right? So a lot of people trying to get into the BitFunded account. Remember, the BitFunded account is if you can successfully trade, you utilize a small challenge fee, or also think of it as an audition fee. And if you can pass the challenge, which is usually 3 different trades that you have to take, you can get funded $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, or even $200,000, depending on which challenge you take. And you'll keep 90% of all the profits going forward using that account to trade with. Now, the thing is, some people have come forward to say that, they deposited XYZ amount of money and the money isn't reflecting. There's a reason why that's occurred. So just to break the news to you guys, first, you need to go through over here. Then you need to go to BitFunded. You have to click that link first once you've signed up. Otherwise, this is going to lose your funds. If you don't do it this way, you'll lose your funds, right? Go through to BitFunded in the description. Click that exact link. It'll take you to this page. Sign up, right? Once you've signed up and you've logged into your account, close the account, go back to the YouTube channel over here, click on that exact link. Now you'll come through to this page. Now, this is the very, very important part, so please listen carefully. When you come through to this page, determine which one you want to utilize. As mentioned, I said I recommend you use the starter one, which is $99. Deposit exactly that amount, right? Anything above that amount will not be recognized. So if you deposit $150, it's going to look like they stole $51 from you. It's a new site. Use exactly $99, and then you should be able to participate. Cool. Got it. Let's move on. We have that out of the way. Let's continue. So looking over here at Bitcoin on the high time frames, you can see we are, of course, situated below the 7 moving average. That's both Bitcoin on the left and the Ethereum chart on the right-hand side. Now, if we can't start to close back above that level, that could imply that you would go for the deeper pullback. On Bitcoin, your 20 MA is currently moving onwards and upwards, so you might catch that support in the 40K region. For Ethereum, you'd catch it in the low $2,000 region. Just for the high time frame traders out there, that's something to look at. The MACD histogram is losing momentum, coming towards the downside. You also have your RSI, which is currently angled towards the downside, and your stochastic RSI for both ETH and BTC, which is also angled down, right? But high time frame, remember the different phases that you're in, right? You go through the bear markets, which is that down only phase, into the market recovery phase, as you can see over here. And this is looking at cycle 1, 2, and 3. And then you start to go into the painful upside grind. Think of it like this. We're in that painful upside grind. All pullbacks become buying opportunities, and the up-only phase is likely to occur towards the end of this year, late Q3, Q4 maybe, and even potentially the blow-off top phase into 2025. So keep that in the back of your mind, and don't be too discouraged when it comes to the markets at the moment. Okay. Levels to reclaim still remain exactly the same. We need to get above this level over here at $60,000. At the moment, this chart is still downtrending, right? You now officially have lower lows and a new swing low. So we need to be cautious and careful on the next major bounce that crypto has. Eventually, you're going to have a bounce to set in a lower high. And then that's going to be a decision-making point for you. That level. And then are you going to be taking profits and looking for a deeper pullback? Well, we'll reevaluate when that time comes. For now, we're below the 21 EMA on the weekly, and the Germans continue to sell, right? So they've sold a massive amount. The German government's BTC portfolio has now dropped below $500 million mark, meaning that countries like El Salvador have started to overtake them, right? So at this rate, these guys will have no Bitcoin left by next week. So we'll keep a close eye out on this. Remember, this is an overhead supply that may not come back into the market in the future. So in line with the broader bull market, it really presents a major opportunity. And here's El Salvador, right? If you look at El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings, they officially have surpassed the Germans, increasing towards the upside. Very interesting, the perspective in terms of the long-term mindset and the differing viewpoints that these various different nations have with a sovereign state versus a non-sovereign state. So that's currently the picture over there. Now, liquidity levels overhead, 63,000 to 65K. There is a pretty big band of liquidity over there in the form of short stop losses. And then just above that, you have 67,625. If you can get price up to 67,625, there will be $1 billion worth of liquidity for the taking. And we know that usually $1 billion is a major liquidation event and a turning point within the market. We are still coming off very low volatility. The Bollinger Bands are only just starting to expand. So it would really be good if the bulls stepped in now. Otherwise, again, as mentioned, the implied measured move off of this volatility expansion where the Bollinger Bands start to open up could send Bitcoin as low as this $42,000 region. Right now, we're still in theoretically the swing short trade, and you can very clearly see the posturing of these candles, right? They're telling a very important story. Now, all of these lows all of these lower highs were marked with those types of candles, and the downtrend persists. The bears are in control. The miners continue to sell alongside the Germans, right? So there's a lot of selling pressure in the market right now with this expanding. But once the short-term miners are out of the market and the hash rate decreases, because that's programmed, right? As selling continues and price comes down, usually the equations will become easier and easier to solve, and consequently more miners will turn on their machines, and the hash rate then picks up again and price follows suit. And so this cyclical path tends to continue. So hopefully once Germany are finished selling and the miners, the short-term miners, are also finished selling, then you'll get a blue buy signal over here on the hash ribbons indicator. That's as per 𝗕𝗄𝗅 Investments. And then we can start to look for major bottoms in the making. But right now, if you look at those candles, well, they're not looking too good, right? A lot of selling over the last couple of days. Let's just double check. This is the daily, right? So 2 days of strong selling over here, and you might get one more move towards the downside. Now, why is that a major opportunity? I'll go over it on the future chart that I have in these tabs over here. But to make it very quick, if we do get a move down into 50K, this is going to be a pretty significant support level based on this order block that occurred all the way back in February earlier on this year. You'll be revisiting that territory. But what's more important is you'll actually form triple bullish divergence. Right now, we have bullish divergence on the daily time frame, double bullish. So you have touch point 1, touch point 2. I don't have the RSI on this chart, but the RSI is moving towards the upside. If price can come down here and you can have the RSI continuing on up, you'll have triple bullish divergence. Now, no guarantee that will even play out. I'm just saying if it does, that becomes at least an area where I would start to look to buy at the very least. I'll start to close out a little bit on the short trade over here. And then we can look to gain another long entry. So here it is. Okay, cool. We can show this chart over here. Right now, price is above the pivot level. You can see us clearly rejecting from the 9 and the 18 exponential moving average. Price is coming down there. And if you take a very quick look at the RSI, what do you have over here? Of course, you have the bullish divergence, right? There it is. Touch point 1, touch point 2. Maybe, just maybe, we can come in for the third touch point, something like this. Price comes down into that 50K territory, the yellow box. There we go. RSI also comes down, but hits that as support and starts to bounce. Boom. That will be an absolutely beautiful trade, which I will encourage all of you to take alongside me. So right now, as it currently stands, that's the viewpoint. That's the picture. The trend still is down on the low time frames, the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Lower lows and lower highs is the name of the game. Well, you've attempted to put in some higher lows. You got 1, 2, and we were looking at that as a potential third, but it's failed, right? So far, you're coming back down. So watch for that sweep a little bit lower. If you want to be very cautious, wait for this, right? Break and hold above, get above 60K, and you can be long and strong once again. So my account is ready. Many of you have also been reaching out to me. It's a common question that actually comes up during the Whale School live workshops that we do. One of the gentlemen was asking me what he should do because we drop all these wonderful trades in Whale Room, and he's a Whale Room member, but he lives in the US and he can't take trades because of the KYC restrictions. Well, there's two options. You can use NordVPN. You can see them in the top of the screen. They're actually a sponsor. And secondly, you can also use a non-KYC'd exchange. So for example, 𝗕𝗥𝗚𝗎 is one of them. if you are looking for a new exchange, these guys are top notch, great liquidity, and you automatically airdrop farming by trading over there. If you trade over there, you qualify for their WXT airdrop. And also they have various different campaigns where you can get up to 200,000 WXT tokens. That's just over $20,000. So use the link in the description below. All right. Here we go at looking at ETH USD. You can see a buildup of short liquidity as well. Very, very similar to Bitcoin. If we do get one more sweep down, I think this becomes an opportunity, right? If you get one more sweep down into the mid 2000s at around $2,500, I think that becomes an opportunity to start to look for the potential at least to flip long. If you look at ETH BTC, well, of course, it is still downtrending, but we still believe that over the next coming months, this will all be a reaccumulation phase where ETH will start to increase in price over time leading into 2025. So we have a whole lot that we need to look at today. More specifically, we need to look at the altcoins. So we're going to get to that part of the show. Let's first quickly do a viewer check. Okay, guys, please do me the favor of smashing the like button. We have 543 likes, but 2,000 of you are live right now as the show's on. So please smash the like button. It really helps to get the show content out there. And then I'm going to give you the 10 picks. I've written them down. Now, there's 10 coins that have shown relative strength against the USD pairs and are in uptrends, right? I've given 5 that I genuinely have put my money into. Well, let me look at the list. One of them, it's not in, just because I haven't got a perfect entry yet. But there is a higher beta play that we can use for that one of those 5. Then I've got 5 coins that I've labeled special mentions. They deserve a mention, but I haven't bought them for various different reasons. They could be coming close to rolling over. They also, I don't really like the projects. So either way, I'll leave it up to you. The choice is yours. If you want those 10 coins, smash the like button, right? Let's see, how many likes do we need over here? Smash the like button, guys. Let's get to, I need 2,000 likes at least. There's 2,000 of you. I literally spent hours going through this list this morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. I went through every single coin on the list. Please smash the like button, get that up to 2,000. And then also subscribe to the channel, by the way. Currently, we have 954,000 subscribers. We want to get this to 1 million. If we do get it to 1 million, then we'll also be giving away the banter bags, right? The banter bags is where you can win millions of dollars worth of IDO allocation. So get those likes up over there, and then let's start getting into some of these coins. So I'm going to go in order, right? Other than BTC, of course, we know BTC has, for the most part, been stronger than the majority of altcoins out there, because simply put, if you just look at the is it Bitcoin or altcoin season index, which you can do now, is it alt season? Let's have a look over here very, very quickly. Is it alt season? And I think it's this one over here. Then you will see, there we go. It's not. It is Bitcoin season, right? We're still all the way down here, and you can of course change this. So let's look at the month. How does the month look? More or less the same as this one over here. Okay, so usually alt season is when you cross above that 70 mark. So other than Bitcoin, what are the coins? Where are we on the likes? Where are we on the likes? Get those likes up, guys. All right. Okay. ETH. ETH is 1. It has to be 1, right? ETH is 1. Again, as mentioning, watching for this area to hold. So that's an obvious one. If we can see price come down into this 2,500 region, maybe you get a bit of a sweep like that, reclaim. ETH looks like a super clean chart over there. I would be a buyer at those levels. I already do hold ETH from much, much lower. Many of you on the show would know that we started to get giga long on this region over here, which is going to be the upsloping trend line that was forming. There we go. And then obviously the breakout of the wedge. If I zoom in over there, you'll probably see they're very small lines, but you had the falling wedge formation. And there we go. We were already long down here from about 1,500. We increased the size at 1,600, but I would actually be willing to add more into my ETH position should price come down and hold this level at 2,700. So that's number 1. What's the next coin? Some of them are no secrets to you because I've been speaking about them a lot. Solana. Solana is one of the other biggest positions that we have, continuing to maintain that uptrend trajectory. You have right now a bullish pole over here, which is forming, coming into a wedge formation. So prices are looking to continue higher, and it's strong against Bitcoin. The other one that I have is, of course, Casper. If you get Casper down here anywhere between 13 and 14, I think that's a very, very good opportunity to get long on Casper. We also shorted it on the low time frame when we started to break down this level towards this zone over here. So it's not like we're only long on this. The short time frames we do short in Wellroom, but you're looking for a move. If it comes down to 14 to 13, that's a great opportunity on Casper. Okay, next, what's the other strong one? Well, this one is one that we have spoken about, but I haven't managed to get an entry into it, and it's TON, right? I haven't got an entry because I just feel that it's moved very, very quickly, and I don't like buying coins when they overextend this much, where this one's extended by 237% from the breakout level over here, and I'd rather wait for a bit of a pullback. And you can see over here, right now, you do have bearish divergence, which is currently forming. You have the break of the upsloping trend line, so there is still a possibility that this could break back down into the range, and if it did that, I'd be more than willing to buy TON coin. Otherwise, there is a higher beta play, which I'm going to show you as well in today's show, what that would be. But theoretically, it does make sense to be long over here from the breakout level with your stop now below that candle, which occurred on Friday, the 5th of June. So there it is, or was it Friday, excuse me, the 5th of July. And you'd be looking to long, of course, into your Fibonacci extensions. I'm not going to bring up those extensions right now, but that would be the trade. You could also view one of the target levels as the breakout of this range over here, and you can work out that measured move. So it would look something like this. You could take the long trade at least just shy of $10. Okay. But one of the coins that I'd be looking at as a higher beta play, which we don't have on here, so let's quickly go on to the next one. Instead of buying TON coin, I would just come over here and let's see, do we have it on our watch list? Okay, I've cleared this whole list, so let's quickly move to the daily time frame. And then let's check while that loads. How are we on the likes? Guys, smash the like button, please. Smash the like button. It helps to get the show content out there. Okay, let's open this up. Okay, resistance dog. So we covered it yesterday. Unfortunately, I think I may have lost the levels, or does it remember them? Let's see. So we mentioned that resistance dog would be a good high beta play. This is a meme coin on Telegram, a meme coin on TON. The memes have started to pop over there, but I think in terms of, mass adoption, of course, they're nowhere near that. It's nowhere near where the Solana memes have gone. Anything that comes down into this region over here between 64 and 68 cents on Redo, so resistance dog, I think that becomes a great opportunity as a higher beta play against TON coin. The other one that we're looking at is in the real world asset sector is going to be Mantra, and I've spoken a lot about it. This is OM. It's been very, very strong. You can see holding this parallel channel, now breaking out yesterday, literally hitting all-time highs. Now, you might get a pullback from this region, right? You can see, look at that candle over there. There was selling pressure or profit taking. You might see something like this. Watch for the back test into the range high at about 83 cents. If it does hold that, that becomes an opportune zone to once again look to get long. So those are probably the top 5. I've given you 5: Solana, TON, Casper, OM, which is Mantra, and Ethereum. That is your ticket to financial freedom, right? Those are the coins that are in uptrends, and now it depends how much capital you have to allocate. I have special mentions. Again, let's check the likes over here, where we at. I'll do a refresh. Guys, get the likes up over here. If you want those coins, smash the like button. It's dead easy to do. All right, I'm going to give you some of those coins. Maybe we'll reserve the rest of them for tomorrow. So I've broken it up into special mentions. These are coins that are coming into pretty key levels. Some of them are maintaining uptrends, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 of those. And then for tomorrow, I'm going to save the rest of the coins so we don't make it too much of a long show that overwhelms you. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you coins, and I have a lot of those. I have it broken up. These are coins that are downtrending, but they're coming into very, very key levels where if Bitcoin does go into 50K and puts in the triple bullish but divergence, and we said we'd be a buyer at that level, if it comes into those levels, The rest of the coins that I'm going to give you tomorrow will hit those super key levels simultaneously. And if you're looking for, greater returns, those are probably going to be the ones. But keep in mind, those are downtrending. I've divided those up into L1s. I have 2 of those. Real world assets, I have 2. Sexes and dexes, I have 2. AI coins, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Memes, I have 2 that are in solid zones. Gaming, I actually have a lot. Gaming, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gaming coins. And then I've labeled it as other narratives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you want those tomorrow, tomorrow I'm going to give you about 30 different coins. Very, very important. You want to mark all of those levels off on your chart. So tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be going live round about right now. It's 9:30 a.m. in my country, and I'll be going live at 9:30 as well. I'll start the show tomorrow. So what are the 5 other coins though? The 5 other coins that deserve special mention. One of them is absolutely going to shock you. I'll save that one for last. Let's start. So the other one is in real world assets is Ondo. Okay. Ondo, we said if you can hold and break above this, you open up the possibility to go long. This is not an active trade yet, right? We need to see acceptance gained above that $1 mark. Now, Ondo has come back into a key level over here. It's come a little bit deeper than we would have liked. I would have preferred to see it holding over here, which is why I've said break back above this $1 mark and you start to open up the long opportunity on Ondo. It's been uptrending, right? Higher highs and high lows. This has just been a corrective phase within a broader uptrend. That is Ondo. So that deserves a special mention. That's one. Next one that deserves a special mention is Arweave. Let's go to Arweave. Here we have it. Why Arweave? Well, Arweave's also at a very, very key point. So this is the key point, right? You can see it's been range bound between $22 and on the top side at 41. Now, if Bitcoin does manage to bounce over here, we'd be looking for Arweave to hold the line. And anywhere around here, you'd be looking to scale into Arweave longs. But key point, it must gain acceptance. If it doesn't gain acceptance above this $22 region, you would have to cut the position because then you could be going in for a much deeper correction all the way down to 10. This is why I didn't put it in the must-have list. I put it in the special mention list. Next special mention, okay, is MKR. MKR, MakerDAO, right? If we go to MakerDAO, trades very, very similar to Ethereum. And this has been the chart for MakerDAO. If you look over here, it's mostly been uptrending. One of the few coins, by the way, guys, I must have gone through 300 coins on the list and very, very few coins look like the ones that I'm giving you. I'm trying to give you the best of the best, right? Uptrending over here, but also you could view it as range bound. So ranging between $1,800 and on the top side, 3,300, pushed all the way, deviated, came back down, but now it's meeting up with an area of interest, that being the upsloping trend line. Could you go lower into the range lows? Of course, right? You could see something like this, and I would look for the reclaim. That would start to look good. Stops below, trade it back to the top. You might still maintain that uptrend. So special mention goes out to MakerDAO. Next special mention. Okay, this one I put on the special mention list. It's a great looking coin. The problem is that it's got low liquidity, right? And that is BananaBot. Or Banana Gun, right? Which is a bot. Banana Gun, which is a Telegram bot. Doesn't have that much chart history. That's the problem. That's why it's only on the special mention list. But as per the chart, this is uptrending. Higher highs and higher lows continues to persist and be the name of the game. Now, you could try and snipe an entry over there. Stops go below here. Or you could, if you were patient and you didn't care unless you got it in your perfect zone, you could wait for something like that. Or maybe you get a deeper correction and instead of it trending, it's ranging. Then you'd be viewing this as the key range low level based on all these candle lows that are occurring. So for Banana Gun, those levels would be coming in at $35. And then after that, for the range low level is going to be around $27. Okay. Now, this one will really surprise you. I mean, talk about a hated rally. Nobody likes this guy. It's Your Excellency, right? Your Excellency. Nobody likes this guy, right? TRX. There we go. For Tron. We know everybody uses Tron to, of course, make payments on or transfers through crypto. But look at this chart. I mean, this has been pretty unbelievable from 2023. So had you bought it in the beginning of this year, you would have been up 193%. Currently to date, 175%. This is straight uptrending chart, right? And it actually looks very similar to Ethereum. You have your strong uptrend. You're now transitioning into a ranging market. Usually these ranging markets continue. You'll see something like this, and then it'll just continue the rally. So one to keep an eye out on, right, is Tron. Now, I don't want to buy this because I don't know, there's been many dodgy things with, of course, your excellency, but theoretically, this is holding high lows and it's been printing high highs. So becoming range bound right now. I think if you catch this somewhere near the range lows, I know I should have picked this up sooner for you guys, but if you can pick this up somewhere near the range lows, I think that becomes an opportunity. It's an uptrend. If we don't look at the name or the project or the fundamentals and we simply just trade the chart, that's essentially how we make money, right? We buy here and we sell here, for example. That's how we make money. Then this chart is on the trajectory to financial freedom for now. Whether this will top out is uncertain yet. Okay, so those are the top 10 coins that I'm looking at right now. I will give you guys more coins tomorrow. Please tune in for tomorrow's show. Let's see if there's anything else worth mentioning. Where are we on the likes? 1K. Guys, come on, smash the like button. Get those likes up over there. If you have watched the show, you didn't watch it live, but you watch it later, and you have any thoughts or comments, do let me know in the comment section below. And then also a reminder again for the BitFunded people, deposit the exact amount. So 2-step process. It's dead easy. You go through to that link, sign up, then you come back here to the YouTube page, and then you click that link, and then you make your deposit. All right. We're not done yet. Let's quickly have a look over here at the institutional charts. So liquidation levels, BTC, it has flipped positive over there on the delta. ETH is more positive. It's coming down a little bit more on this pullback over here with BTC. If you guys do want more trades, well, all the trades have been dropped over here. Low time frame traders, you probably want to listen to Faruk over here. See scalper Faruk looking at a pith short trade over there, targeting back down towards the monthly low. A whole lot of value over here in Whale Room. Of course, I also drop all my own thoughts, updating you guys on CPI and what that means going forward. So I think that's it from me. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on tomorrow's show. Have an absolute stellar day. Cheers for now, fam.